This is a vintage Sanyo clock delete radio. Probably from the late 70s, early 80s. I don't know for sure. I haven't the slightest clue where it came from. If I got it from a neighbor who was getting rid of it, or if it was at a garage sale, or what have you. It used to have the clock. That died many years ago, and I took it out. I deleted the clock from this clock radio, so it's a clock delete radio. Basically, it's very yellow. You see the bottom is nowhere near as yellow. This was absolutely filthy. I've cleaned up some of it. I haven't done a great job, but some anyway, because all of the slats here were just black with dust. You have your auto off on and AM FM, your tuning dial, and I believe a tone and a volume. I don't know which is which. More schmutz on it right there. And around back you have a buzzer or radio and an earphone jack. That's not a common occurrence anymore. As far as the information goes, this way, I don't know if you can read any of that. And for your edification, it says that it is a Sanyo model RM5030, 120 volts AC, 60 hertz, 9 watts. 6018848, it looks like the serial number is. I don't know if that has any date whatsoever in it. I doubt this could be as late as 1988 because it did have a flip clock in it. I used to have black electrical tape over where the clock was. And the reason why, this was my grandmother's. Not exactly. She had a room in my parents' house when she used to stay for the weekends way back in the day when I was a kid. And that radio just, it wasn't working right. I don't know exactly what the details were. And I said, Grandma, I have a radio. But the clock doesn't work. But she has another clock. I don't remember exactly what it was. I'll look it up in my archive of videos, and I will put a link in the description for that clock. That video was recorded some time ago, and the clock used to sit right on top of it, right there. So the black tape was so she wouldn't see whatever time this said, which was always the same, because it just made things easier that way. And that's it. And then if she wanted radio, she would just put it to on, and it would tune in her favorite station, which was WPAT in New York. I don't know what the actual frequency is or anything like that. This has a non-polarized kill yourself as you put it in the outlet plug. Slight bit of corrosion perhaps on there, almost getting like a molded plug disease kind of thing. Has not been powered on in, we can safely say 15 years, maybe even 20. Probably not going to pick anything up, but let's see if we get anything at all down here. Power is applied, and now we're going to put it to on. Yes, something. Huh. That must be tone. Oh. Well, the volume is really bad and doesn't even seem to work now. I don't hear anything. It almost like it trips out with the volume when it crackles too much. Wow, that bad? Jeez. There's nothing there. I mean, static, something, you know? Alright, let me see if I could spray the controls with deoxit and see if that gets us anything. Unfortunately, no joy. So, we're going to open it up and see if at least... Really? It's like there's one. We're going to open it up and see if at least the clock delete that I did is fairly acceptable. It may not be particularly safe, but maybe at least acceptable in the fact that it probably won't short anything out. Did this probably when I was like 10 years old. There it is, finally. Now I'll have to see if there are any other screws in there. Maybe in here? Yeah, there's one. These are too small. Doesn't appear to have anything there. This knob might need to come off. That wasn't difficult. Oh yeah. And we got 3 out of the 4 out of the 5 screws. To reveal the inside. Yeah, it's the inside. Looks like a dirty old radio to me. Well, a black and a red wire, an orange, gray, and white wire. I don't see any other stray wires here, so I guess I did a really nice job at like fucking 10 years old. Are these micro switches? That's a micro switch. So is that. They were in the clock, I take it, and did something. But now that it's open, I can try to spray it better, and we'll see if we get anything. This thing is fucked up. The switches, which are controlled by the front control, you can see that's the AM/FM one, and that's moving, but the other one does not budge now. Let me see if I can turn it, and if I try to actuate the switch, it won't even move. It just does not move. That's fucked up. I have never seen that. What the fuck? I sprayed it, and I did get it to move once, where it was moving just fine before I sprayed it. No, it just won't budge. I have never seen that happen. AM/FM seems to work, but I don't know what position it's in. That's probably not in the on position. And it's not the lever assembly, because that's nice and free. That wants to move it, but just the switch itself died. That is fucked up, man. Never have I ever seen that. Now, I don't know what position it's in. Let's just... Nothing. So it's probably in an off state. That's odd. I want to push it that way. Well, let me see if there's anything else I can do. I might end up just breaking it because it won't move. That's just completely peculiar. Very, very odd. And as far as where the clock used to connect up, I don't even know. Because I don't see any other wires anywhere where they might have been cut, unless they're just cut off at the wire nuts there, in which case it's safe enough, because nobody's going in here. I don't know. Let me monkey around with that a little bit and see if I can get anything to happen. Motherfucker. I put a drop of 3-in-1 oil in that switch, and I had to use needle nose pliers, and it just clicked on. It's got like a... That's much better. Gotta watch for copyright. Let me see if I can just... That's better. I'll turn it down a bit. Very noisy.
He $10 billion richer than everybody.
Because the snow you shovel isn't in New Jersey, Long Islanders like you count on KJOY 98.3 for Long Island
there you
storm watch
go.
coverage with Long Island forecasts and road reports. The KJOY 98.3 Storm
That's
Center,
very, very
New York
clear.
Cancer and blood specialists.
If you had the power to save a life, would
Goes
you?
nice
In
and
less
loud.
than an hour, you can actually save up to 3 lives by
Tone
becoming
control.
a blood donor. Be a hero. Friday, March 18th, and donate blood at the Long Island Gives Blood Drive with KJOY 98.3 at All Sports Multi-Sport Complex in Melbourne. Friday, March 18th.
I think a big part of this is because I'm in the basement and there's really no reception, and if I brought this to a better place with reception, it would be better, but Susan is just going to flag the video, so... Like, if I thought, if I was in a better reception area, I bet that would come in a lot louder and clearer. K-Joy was the only one that came in.
Incredible investment. You benefit from investment, but it is an investment, and it is $3.8 million. So what you're asking for your monthly gift...
So very special. I wish I was special.
And the black crows, too.
You hear that? As I go higher in frequency, that droning sound, that's weird. I don't think AM is going to pick anything up, but... Oh, no shit.
Syracuse was 500 this year. Now Florida State is compromised.
Let's see what we're even at.
This is just March Madness. This is the beginning of it.
680?
We'll talk a lot about this, I think, tomorrow.
That we all sign up to become eye, organ, and tissue donors. How do we do that? Just go to donation.org on our mobile devices,
It sounds pretty good.
or computers to enroll in the New York State Donate.
See if I can get 1010 wins to come in. Unless the dial pointer is fucked up.
He has, it will still need sanitizing and disinfecting.
Well.
A shed desk must still be cleaned and
So it works. Oh, look at that. The switch is free again. I don't know if the control will operate it. Oh, yeah. Well, it did. It's stiff, but it works.
Land on paved surfaces north and west of the city. Temperatures holding nearly steady.
Well. Oh, no, it does work. Okay. And it works on auto also. Off. And on.
Russian forces destroy a children's hospital in Mariupol, Ukraine. At least 17 people were wounded. Governor Hochul says New York is ready and willing.
So that all seems to work. I'll spray the controls a little bit more, and other than that, I'm amazed. I did not think that I was going to get this thing operating again, but yep, it came back. It's not perfect. It's not going to be perfect. I don't have any particular attachment to this. I don't have any particular use for this. It's just a big boxy radio. It has decent sound, but that's really it. But at least after at least 20 years that it was last used, or 15 years at least that it was last used, most certainly now it does operate once again. So I guess that's it. I'll put it back together and put it somewhere, I guess. I mean, what else is there to do? So that's going to do it. The Sanyo, whatever the model number was, clock delete radio, which is now just a radio. It's fixed-ish, but at least it works again. So that's cool. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure you click like, hit subscribe, that bell, apparently that does something when you click that. Because remember, YouTube is like Arby's, they like it when you ring the bell. Anyway, thanks again. Take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.